Hello, is your kid a little bit slow? Is your kid not an athlete? My name is Dr. Wang. Me and my crew have created a book called Nurses for Dummies. In this book, we have created a guide for future parents how to make their kids more successful in school, more successful in being an athlete. If you want your kid to be not bullied in school, a little bit quicker in the mind, purchase this book. In this experiment, this is Jake, and this is his twin brother Mark. In this experiment, we had the parents use the guide for Mark and do what they usually do with Jake. As you can see, Mark has been playing basketball for 2 hours while Jake has sit here and just observe. This is Jake.
Hello.
This is Mark.
Hello.
This is Jake. This is Mark.
I used the book, Developing Motor Skills, on my second child, Mark, because our first child didn't turn out too, skilled at motor movements, and man, it made a difference. I mean, you can see the clips. Jake can barely hold onto the ball. Mark, on the other hand, he's shooting baskets. He's pretty much set up for the NBA now.
Alright, after reading the reviews, I thought the book was a little skeptical, but then I did buy it. I could easily see results in Jonathan's play.
3 different scholarly articles that point to the importance of motor development in children.
To differentiate between the walking and running, we have found an article written by Cappellini and Ivaneko. In this article called Motor Patterns in Human Walking and Running, the difference between walking and running are the muscle activations. Muscle activation is the timing of the muscles when we are moving, which correlates with the shoulders and the upper trunk muscles. When a player walks and progressively increases their speed and run, their locomotion motor programs transition to swing. For example, a baseball player uses maximum oxygen consumption in order to bolt to the top speed to reach destination. When the players run, their legs strike the ground to build up potential energy, and according to this article, this is called the flight phase. Muscle activation is important because it's the fundamental movements we need in order to allow us to move properly and to maximize our potential speed.
Okay, so along with motor development and progression, there's also regression or developmental delays. Now, one may ask, how do you find these delays or how do you detect these delays? Well, an article we found written by Lowth entitled Detecting Developmental Delays, she talks about how you go about finding these delays. One way you can do it is by regularly reviewing children that are possibly suspected to have these delays. Another way you can do it is by just observing them through a mental health program or largely held by health visitors. Another way you can do it is just by surgery or other things like that. Now, one may ask, what are you looking for? Well, it goes along the lines of any areas of regression or motor development that have been slowed or due to things like injury. With reference to our video, you could have said Jake maybe would have had a motor development delay or some physical abuse, psychological abuse that would have stopped his development, unlike Mark.
A lot of people don't realize that motor development happens not only when your child is born, but while you're pregnant with your child as well. A Norwegian study showed that women who smoked while they were pregnant with their child caused their children to have worse motor development as they aged. They scored worse on the Peabody motor development test, and they all had recordedly worse balance than other 5-year-olds when they were tested. So definitely it makes sense to make sure that you are properly taking care of your body while you're pregnant with a child in order to maximize motor development. Our book is a guide on how parents can really help make this process easier for children. A lot of kids are left behind because their parents don't take the time to help them develop their motor skills and thus become worse athletes. Our book is here to remedy that. Every child that reads is a product of this book will become a better athlete as a result of it.